Ah, spring in Utah.
2 more days of this.
Of what?
The snow and the rain and the torrential downpour.
Remember when it was 70? Oh, that was such a good 3 hours.
Remember when we lived in a desert state?
That was so fun. And now, snow and cold. But that's what it is. Guess what I saw today?
Is this another sign of spring?
It is. It's like the swallows returning to cappuccino. What? Yeah. So, out our very window, I point thusly. I can see the tree right now, and I was sitting here, and I looked out, and there they were. There they were. I hadn't seen them all winter long. The turkey buzzards are back.
No.
The turkey buzzards. This is how
There's
they
this
work.
hideous flock of them that live in our neighborhood during the warm weather.
What is the shaming you are doing on the buzzards?
The turkey buzzards, the things that circle something dead on the ground, that live in our trees during summer, remember?
That clean the environment for other things to grow.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Nature, move on.
So the point is, turkey buzzards, what they do is they go up in the mountains during the day, and then they come down on the thermals, circling, warning you where they're going to land. They always land in the same place.
Portraying a little bit too much interest in your tiny infant daughter or your smaller dog.
They don't do that.
Whatever.
They eat carrion.
Whatever.
Carrion known as dead stuff.
Move on with the story.
All right, so I saw them in the tree, and the cool thing is that they used to be in a tree over there. Now, the importance of this is that when they lived over there,
away from us,
the guy, they went there, Abby, and roosted. They came down from the mountains every day, and they roosted in that tree.
That poor man.
The guy tried everything legal to get rid of them. He played music. He put Christmas lights up. He did Christmas lights that would give you like a seizure. Didn't work. He did everything. He put up smelly things, which I'm like, they're
set off fireworks.
They didn't. Well,
no. It's like the little firecracker.
Sparkly.
No, nothing
yes.
illegal. It was the little firecrackery things you do on the ground.
And they were just like, nope. You know why we're here, mister? To poo on your patio furniture.
Can you imagine what it smells like when it's poo of dead things that were...
So, I don't know if you can realize the size of these. We're about 150 yards away from the birds.
What's the wingspan, you think?
I gotta
About 5
think
feet?
5 feet. At least 4 to 5 feet. I mean, they're huge birds. Can you imagine the size of their intestines? Can you imagine your patio furniture?
Okay, should we move on now?
No, the important thing is they're over there.
And we are praying that they stay over there and not over
but it
here.
is. It's like the hummingbirds, except poopier.
Grossy.
Yeah.
Much grosser.
So there you go.
Okay, then.
All right, coming up next, we have nothing but information about fast food and the ridiculous things that you don't want to do.
Secretive menus. You knew there always was one.
Who wants to get married with fast food? You know you don't. It's coming up next. I could see them. As long as they roost down
Over
there, we're okay.
Not over here.
No.
The Todd and Erin Daily Stream is brought to you by PC Laptops, with desktops and laptops starting as low as $7.99 with a lifetime parts and service warranty. They fix phones too. Go to PCLaptops.com. McDonald's.
McDonald's is our kind of place. It's such a happy place. Do you know that song?
No. That's a jingle?
Yes.
For McDonald's?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
From where?
Way back when. So anyway, McDonald's got a new thing going on. Well, it's not a new thing.
Actually,
I've heard
this has
about
been
this
underground.
before.
This is secretive, and it's like
What
people
the-
have known of the lingo yet may not.
The secret menu.
Tell them.
You can go into McDonald's and it's off the order. It's called a grill order. And a lot of people, I guess, some people don't know how to put it together. Others do. And you can go in and get incredible things like the land, sea, and air burger.
What's in that exactly?
Land, beef,
Okay.
air, chicken,
Really, that counts as air?
briefly,
And then I guess the filet of fish for...
which is like really fine
So they
quality fish.
they squish it all together in a sandwich?
Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't have the ability. and you must order all 3 sandwiches separately and assemble it in your lap in your car.
That would be
by
about
yourself.
26,000 calories, I'm thinking. Okay, what else? What else
Other
do we
ones
have?
are chocolate and vanilla shakes.
Yeah.
You have to buy 2 shakes.
Well, no, it's the Napoleon shake.
Yeah, you have to get
Because,
2.
well, no, but they have strawberry in some months, especially during the summer.
Right.
And sometimes they will mix all 3 for you.
Right.
And sometimes you have to get your own and mix
All
it.
3 and then a 4th cup.
It really all depends on the sense of humor of the given manager, I think, of the McDonald's you go to.
There's a 10:35.
What is that exactly?
10:35 used to be when breakfast closed down at 10:35.
You Europeans
Yes.
still have breakfast closing down. We Americans have breakfast available to us 24/7.
So there's all these secret things you can order. I'm just the Sea Burger, the Big Bang, the McBig Bang.
What is that one?
It's got everything. I mean, you basically take everything on the menu, put it in a blender, and you eat it. Now, this is not like
wrong.
the chunky cheese. The chunky cheese is the Upchuck cheese special.
Oh, this one's interesting. One of the food bloggers said it's the hangover cure sent from the gods. It's a double egg McMuffin stuffed with hash browns.
That'll make you drink.
And the Monster Mac? Ooh, the Monster Mac. I do have to share this one.
Yeah.
Not for the faint of heart. It has 8 patties.
8.
You order 1 Big Mac and then another 3 double cheeseburgers. And then you stuff the extra cheese inside the Big Mac to create the burger that is incredibly alarming. Maybe we'll just go back to the plain orders again.
You know what? Let's go to Taco Bell. Opened up a store. Not a store. What's the word for it?
Isn't it called a restaurant?
No. It's more like a gallery in Vegas.
It's a gallery.
Well, for special occasions. A venue, perhaps.
It's a Taco Bell venue?
Venue to get married in.
What?
At Taco Bell.
Well, we got our vows exchanged in the Graceland Chapel with Elvis for the first anniversary.
They're talking about people getting married for real. We just do that as a remembrance of our love and fortune to have each other.
Why are you crying?
Just a little.
Are you supposed to be happy right now?
I'm okay. So anyway, what you do is you go down and guess how much it would cost. Now, wait, let me tell you what's in the package first of all. Okay, so you go down and you submit a video and oh, you're cute, so they're going to fly you down to Vegas. Wow, there's a big spend.
So this is an actual contest. Like, we're going to let you win your wedding at Taco Bell.
But it's going to go on for the summer. They're going to leave the venue open. $600 gets you the total package. Taco Bell champagne flutes.
Doesn't get classier than that.
Just Married t-shirts. The bow tie and the garter. You know why? Because the garter is such a classy touch.
The Cinnamon Delights wedding cake and a wedding bouquet made out of sauce packets. All right, that's freaking hysterical. The package also includes a full ceremony and officiant. Your first meal as Mr. and Mrs. will be a taco 12-pack.
Now, I could go for the 12-pack right now.
I actually like the bouquet made out of the sauce packets because that could be freaking hysterical.
It is funny.
That would be good.
But I'm not sure Mexican food is the food to eat before your honeymoon.
Now here's the best part though. If you go on
before your honeymoon.
Oh, I get your point.
See where I'm
You
going.
had built that whole thing up for that one
I
joke
was
and
working
I stepped
on
over
it,
it,
just
didn't I?
ran over it like a freight train.
The one best thing about it, I think, is that you can actually go and they have a camera that runs 24/7 streaming. So you can watch people
where?
For Taco Bell, for the venue.
Oh, the venue. That
And
makes
so
more
you can,
sense.
and I was watching it today, and there is a girl going, I don't know about this. And she and her fiance were both quite intoxicated, yet she had maintained a smidgen of sense. But he won her over with his declaration of love, and perhaps it was the
Plus
taco 12-pack.
12-pack got her.
Mm-hmm. But if you eat them together, though, there really is no blame.
There is a problem.
You just walked right over my joke.
You were hilarious.
All right, I wasn't the professional stand-up comic here. I have to try.
You do a great job.
Shut up.
I am consumed by my concern, and this is actually...
Oh, this is serious now.
This is actually serious.
Okay, I'm here. I'm with you.
Fishing Game Department has put out a deal, and there is something called zombie deer. Now,
Zombie
ha
deer.
ha ha, zombie deer. Ha 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 ha. No.
Explain the zombie deer.
The studied wildlife management. Okay, so here's the deal. It's actually called chronic wasting. And
Well, it sounds sad when you put it like that.
It's terrible. Think of a deer staggering around, delusional, not afraid of people at all, drooling.
Oh, this is horrible.
It is horrible.
So what? Why are you depressing me by telling me about this?
Because they want people to be aware. Because in 1980 they actually saw it transmitted to humans.
That's a problem.
Now that's not a huge part of the story.
Essentially, they don't want you petting the drooling.
Don't take
deer.
them in and wrap blankets around them and stuff. You need to call the people right away. The Department of Wildlife Management. They're going to come out and they're going to remove the deer from the area. They're going to remove the deer from the area because it can affect others. Its drool could affect others. It will. And all these things. So what they're saying is be on the lookout. If a deer seems more friendly than not and seems to be staggering around, you need to call the authorities and keep your distance.
Man, we've got that huge herd in the graveyard right by our house. I hope none of them get it. That would be awful. Those poor things.
So anyway.
So no cuddling the deer. No cuddling the deer. I know.
No.
Because sometimes you're tempted. Don't lie to me because we all see those big eyes and they're adorable.
But don't do it.
And they're hooves. But don't do it. That's really sad. You know, I'm not making this much more cheerful for you, but...
This show's getting depressing.
Well, you know, we've been seeing more and more...
Vultures. Did we mention the vultures? Okay, go ahead.
There's been more and more stories about this to the point where I feel guilty for feeling better about the fact that everyone's going through this, but Utah literally is becoming too expensive to live. Utah households are racking up debt faster than the national average. As a matter of fact, we are now officially 10th in the nation for household debt. The per capita debt ranking puts us at about $60,000 worth of debt on each adult resident's shoulders. Now, that does include mortgages and auto loans, credit cards, home equity lines of credit.
Let me ask you a question.
But the national average is $50,000. We are 10 grand over.
You said on each adult. Does that mean 2 adults in a house?
Mm-hmm. So it'd be like 120. Yeah.
And if you bought a house for $350,000 back when they were cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Total household debt here in Utah reached $129 billion last year. And it's interesting, they said the thing that they're most concerned about is they've been watching mortgage payments and rent payments go up on an average of $700 a month over the last 10 years, which is a complete departure that explains so much more. And he said that literally eats into the family's disposable income.
Wait a minute.
Now, they were saying that during, and this is from Zions Bank, and they said back when they were seeing like a lot of bankruptcy during the Great Recession, what they were seeing were credit card debt, lines of credit, you know, expensive cars, things like that. What they're seeing now, they say, are medical bills and student loans. And they're getting to the point where it's so huge that people are having to declare bankruptcy. By the way, and I don't know if I should be mentioning this or not, but I'm going to anyway, because I can't stand the fact that people go bankrupt because of their medical bills. There is such a thing called a medical bankruptcy, where you can declare bankruptcy on medical bills, not your entire financial portfolio, but you can go through that process. And it's something that if you were in severe distress right now, it's something that is worth talking to an attorney
Just
about.
in case you don't have $150,000 sitting around.
Nothing is an easy out, and you know that as well as I do, but I have seen people who have been decimated. So it's worth talking to an attorney about if that's something that you think that would help you.
That's good information.
Okay, now that I've totally depressed you, I'm going to cheer you up.
This whole show, except for the tacos.
I've crashed and burned, haven't I?
Except for the Taco Bell.
Okay, well, this is good. Number one, we're going to do this based on spite, because that's like 100% of my motivation in life is spite-based. You know all the robocalls you get that also start tacking up on your phone bills?
I'm on my cell phone.
And they never end. Billions of unwanted and illegal robocalls, because the FTC had cracked down on us saying you can't do this, it's illegal. Well, they found a whole big fat chunk more of them. These are organizations that were pitching auto warranties, debt relief services, home security systems, fake charities.
They caught them?
Yes.
Tell me they
they have nailed 4 in particular that were major. One of them is actually the software that allowed the other ones to make all these illegal calls. They got nailed with $5 million in fines.
Well, that's a start.
Which is just going to crush them. One of the other operations charged was the one that called millions of people under the pretense of several non-existent charities, including veterans benefits.
They should burn it.
And they have a $27 million fine.
Nicely done.
And this is kind of good news too. Verizon and AT&T are both launching apps right now that are programmed to filter spam cells, and Comcast has also launched a new certification system that will verify the authenticity of the caller's information. And I've actually seen the AT&T, remember the scam number?
Right.
One of our friends had updated to it, and it was great.
It showed up on his phone. He goes, look at this. And it said, what did it say?
Possible scam.
Possible scam.
Mm-hmm. So it was, why bother to answer? Because the minute you answer, it's like ding, 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 ding.
Unfortunately, if your name is possible scam, you're out of luck.
Yeah.
No one's going to answer.
If you want to learn more about the charges for the call center defendants, you can visit the FTC website. There may be some sort of class action suit relief if you're one of the people who's been tortured by this for years.
Right now, I think we're overdue for a Tell Me Something Good.
Well, my mood is now restored based on spite and torment, but I'll do this for the rest of you. All right, there's a really awesome group of kids. They're high schoolers, and they have won tons and tons and tons of different competitions. They call them the Rogue Robotics Team. They're at Farmington High School.
Oh no, these are
the guys that have the ingenuity, where they come up with stuff where like the judges are like you, and that's it. Amazing.
Flame-throwing robots.
Well, Tyler Jackson used to teach at that school, and he had a little dude, Cillian, who was born with huge mobility issues. He's got some physical challenges that are pretty intense.
Sure.
He's 2 years old, so he had to be carried in his parents' arms everywhere or carried in a stroller. Now that he's 2 and he's getting into kind of a different stage, his dad, Tyler, started looking around thinking, well, maybe they're specialized wheelchairs. Maybe I can find him something.
Oh, wait, I see this happening.
And insurance covers essentially nothing. So, tens of thousands of dollars. And because of Cillian's age, there was nothing available for them.
Gee, I wonder who the cavalry would be in this situation.
So he reached out to the Rogue Robotics, and listen to this. Tell me how genius they are. They said, we can do this. So what they did is they went to the house and they kind of researched what Cillian does all day,
right,
where he goes. And they researched the family's lifestyle. Like, do you go to the store? Are you taking walks? What happens? What do you need? And once they did that, they did this. They used a Power Wheels riding toy that was provided by Cillian's parents as the base for the wheelchair. And then in addition to adding an accessible, customized joystick to control the car, they replaced all of the electronics, added a child-sized bicycle seat that they found on Amazon.com. They used pool noodles as safety bumpers for the edge of the toy, and then added a 5-point harness to keep Cillian safe inside. And they said by the end of it, they had spent less than $23. And they had created a motorized vehicle for this boy. They said that was ridiculously creative.
That's
and the thing that I love most about it, though, is these kids, they're high school students. And one of the 15-year-olds says, I think we won here more than we do in all of our competitions. Because they were teaching Cillian how to do wheelies, which I think his mother is probably not going to. But it's another example, though, of how incredibly creative and inventive people can become.
Just give them a
when
challenge.
They want to help. Yeah.
Give them a challenge. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching the Todd and Erin Daily Stream. I myself, the bird watcher that I am now, waiting to see one of the birds regurge.
And don't forget to like the page, the Todd and Erin page, and drop a comment on the show today so that we have your name if you would like to enter to win to be one of our celebrity guest reporters for FanX next weekend, the 19th and 20th.
I tell you what, as long as they don't nest here, I'm all good with it. I'll drive by and take pictures of what happens to their patio furniture.
Those poor people.
Those poor people.
But frankly, better them than us. I'm going to hell for that, aren't I?
Nature deserves its place. And I'm glad that the place
Not with
is
us.
going to be over there. All right, you guys have a good day. I'm getting dizzy. This is awesome.